welcome back to the channel. Rare Coins Collections. If you're passionate about collecting rare and valuable coins, then you're in for a treat today. In this video, we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing coins from the United States, a coin that many overlook but could be worth a small fortune if you know what to look for, the 1973 Lincoln 1-cent coin with a mint mark. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this video is packed with essential information that could change the way you view your coin collection. So, let's get started. Let's take a moment to talk about the key features of the 1973 Lincoln 1-cent coin. Released as part of the regular series of pennies, the 1973 penny is often overlooked in the world of rare coins. However, this humble coin holds a unique spot in history due to the circumstances surrounding its production. At first glance, the design of the 1973 Lincoln penny might not seem like anything special, but it's the details that set this coin apart. On the obverse side, you'll find the well-known image of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. This portrait was designed by Victor David Brenner and has been featured on the penny since 1909. Lincoln's image is prominently displayed, facing right with the words, "In God We Trust," above and "Liberty" to the left. You'll also spot the year 1973 below Lincoln's portrait, along with a small mint mark to the right. That mint mark is crucial because it indicates where the coin was struck. The reverse side features the familiar design of the Lincoln Memorial, which has appeared on the reverse of the penny since 1959. The words "E pluribus unum" are inscribed above the memorial, and "United States of America" appears above the coin's denomination, 1 cent. Now, let's talk about what makes this 1973 Lincoln penny stand out in the world of coin collecting. While many of these pennies were produced in high quantities and circulated widely, there are specific versions that have attracted the attention of collectors and numismatists alike, especially when it comes to errors and unique variations. One of the most notable aspects of the 1973 penny is the possibility of error coins. Error coins occur when something goes wrong during the minting process, making them incredibly rare and valuable. In the case of the 1973 Lincoln penny, the most sought-after errors are die cracks, double strikes, and off-center coins. These errors happen when the coin isn't struck properly, resulting in misprints or distortions in the design. For example, if you spot a 1973 penny with a noticeable die crack running through the design, it means the die used to strike the coin was damaged, resulting in an imperfection. Another common error is the double strike, where the coin is struck multiple times, resulting in a design that appears blurry or double imprinted. These coins are especially sought after by collectors, as they are considered highly rare. In addition, off-center coins can add significant value to a 1973 penny. When a coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, it can result in an off-center strike, where part of the coin's design is missing or shifted. These off-center strikes can make the coin look unusual, but that's exactly why collectors love them. The more misaligned the strike, the more valuable the coin becomes. But what makes these 1973 Lincoln pennies even more valuable? Aside from the errors and misprints, the overall condition of the coin plays a major role in determining its worth. Coins that have been well preserved, showing little to no signs of wear, can fetch significantly higher prices than those that have been heavily circulated. When looking at the condition of a coin, collectors often use grading systems such as the Sheldon scale, which ranges from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70. A 1973 penny in mint condition, free from scratches or damage, is far more valuable than one that's been worn down over time. So, how can you spot a valuable 1973 Lincoln penny in your own collection? The key is to examine the coin carefully and look for those telltale signs of error. First, check for the mint mark. If you're looking at a 1973 penny, it could have been minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D mint mark, or San Francisco, S mint mark. Coins from the Denver and San Francisco mints tend to be more sought after, so keep a close eye on those. Next, inspect the design closely for any signs of errors. Are there any die cracks, double strikes, or off-center marks? Even small imperfections can make a huge difference in a coin's value. And don't forget to assess the overall condition of the coin. Coins with minimal wear and crisp details will always be more valuable than those that have been worn down through circulation. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for: just how much could a 1973 Lincoln penny be worth? Well, if you happen to find one with a rare minting error or in exceptional condition, this humble penny could be worth anywhere from $3,200 to as much as $65,000. That's right, anywhere between $3,200 and $65,000 for a single coin. It's incredible how something so small can hold such significant value. So, if you've got any 1973 pennies in your collection, or if you happen to come across one, be sure to take a closer look. A well-preserved penny with a rare minting error might just be sitting in your coin jar, waiting to be discovered. Before we wrap up, I want to hear from you. Have you ever found a rare or valuable coin in your collection? Or do you have any 1973 Lincoln pennies that you think could be worth something special? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories and see your coins. Today we're uncovering the secrets behind one of the most fascinating coins from the United States, the 1974 Lincoln 1-cent coin with a mint mark. At first glance, this coin may seem like just another penny, but trust me, there's a lot more to this little piece of American history than meets the eye. Whether you're an avid collector or simply curious about rare coins, this video will provide you with everything you need to know about the 1974 Lincoln penny, how to identify valuable versions, and why this particular coin could be worth thousands of dollars. So let's dive in. Let's start with the key features of the 1974 Lincoln penny. The coin, like many of the 1-cent pieces that came before it, features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side. The Lincoln portrait was designed by Victor David Brenner and has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1909. On the obverse, you'll find the inscription, "In God We Trust," above Lincoln's head, with the word "Liberty" to the left and the year, 1974, just below Lincoln's bust. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Just to the right of Lincoln's portrait, you'll find the mint mark, which tells you where the coin was minted. The 1974 penny was minted at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark. Depending on the mint mark, the rarity and potential value of the coin can differ, so it's important to pay attention to this detail when examining your penny. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll see the famous Lincoln Memorial, which has been featured on U.S. pennies since 1959. The inscription, "E pluribus unum," is displayed above the memorial, and "United States of America" and "1 cent" appear around the bottom. The Lincoln Memorial design is not only a symbol of American history but also represents the country's unity and strength, values that were especially significant in the years following the tumultuous 1960s. Now, what makes this 1974 Lincoln penny stand out among the sea of other pennies produced that year? Well, just like with other coins in the U.S. Mint series, there are unique variations and errors that can make certain 1974 pennies worth a small fortune. And if you know what to look for, you could find yourself holding onto a coin that is worth far more than its face value. First, let's talk about the types of errors you should be on the lookout for. The most common errors with the 1974 Lincoln penny are double strikes, off-center strikes, and repunched mint marks. These errors occur during the minting process, when something goes wrong with the machinery or the alignment of the coin. These imperfections make the coins much rarer and significantly more valuable than their standard counterparts. One of the most notable error types is the double strike. A double strike happens when a coin is struck twice, either because the first strike didn't fully imprint the design, or the coin was not removed from the press before the second strike occurred. This results in a design that appears to be slightly or completely doubled. A 1974 penny with a noticeable double strike is highly desirable to collectors, as it's not only rare, but it also gives the coin a unique, misprinted look. Another error to watch for is the off-center strike. This occurs when a coin is not properly aligned with the dies during the minting process. As a result, the design may be shifted to one side of the coin, leaving part of the coin blank or missing elements of the design. Off-center coins are always eye-catching and highly collectible, especially if the misalignment is dramatic enough to make the coin visually striking. Repunched mint marks are another common error found on the 1974 Lincoln penny. This happens when the mint mark is struck more than once, causing the letters to appear slightly shifted or overlapping. A repunched mint mark is a rare occurrence that can make the coin significantly more valuable to collectors who specialize in these kinds of variations, but let's not forget that even without any errors, the overall condition of the coin plays a major role in its value. The 1974 Lincoln penny, like all coins, is more valuable when it is in pristine condition. A coin that has been well preserved, free from heavy wear, scratches, or discoloration, can fetch far more than a penny that has been worn down from years of circulation. Coins that are graded as uncirculated or mint state are highly sought after, as collectors are always on the lookout for coins in the best possible condition. So, how can you spot a valuable 1974 Lincoln penny? Start by examining the mint mark. If the coin was minted in Philadelphia, it will have no mint mark at all. The Denver mint mark, D, and the San Francisco mint mark, S, are often more desirable, especially for certain collectors. After checking the mint mark, carefully look for any signs of minting errors like double strikes, off-center strikes, or repunched mint marks. If you find a 1974 penny with one of these errors, that's your cue to take a closer look, as it could be worth far more than face value. Lastly, make sure to assess the overall condition of the coin. The best way to do this is by using a grading scale, such as the Sheldon scale, which ranges from poor, P1, to mint state, MS 70. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin will be. If your 1974 Lincoln penny has sharp, clean details with minimal wear, it's definitely worth holding on to. Now, let's talk about the most exciting part, the value of a 1974 Lincoln penny. If you happen to own one of these rare coins, especially one with an error or in excellent condition, you could be holding on to something worth a significant amount of money. Depending on the rarity of the error, the mint mark, and the coin's condition, the 1974 Lincoln penny could be valued anywhere from $3,300 to as much as $68,000. Yes, that's right. From $3,300 to $68,000 for a single penny. It's truly incredible how a small, seemingly ordinary coin can hold such a high value in the world of numismatics. So, the next time you're flipping through your change jar or searching through your coin collection, make sure to check your 1974 Lincoln pennies carefully. You just might have a rare treasure on your hands. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and potentially valuable pennies ever minted by the United States, the 1975 Lincoln 1-cent coin with a mint mark. If you thought all pennies were just worth 1 cent, think again. The 1975 Lincoln penny could be worth a whole lot more, and in this video, we'll show you why. So, whether you're an experienced collector or someone just starting out, stick around because this penny may be hiding a fortune in plain sight. The 1975 Lincoln 1-cent coin, like most pennies, is relatively simple in design. But what sets this coin apart, especially for collectors, are the subtle details and variations that make it special. Let's start by looking at the key features of this particular coin. On the obverse, or front side of the coin, you'll find the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This iconic image has been the face of the penny since 1909, and it's still widely recognized today. The words, "In God We Trust," are inscribed above Lincoln's head, with "Liberty" to the left and the year 1975 below. To the right of Lincoln's portrait, you'll spot a mint mark, which tells you where the coin was struck: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; or San Francisco, S mint mark. The mint mark is crucial when determining the rarity and value of the coin. On the reverse, you'll see the famous Lincoln Memorial, a design that was used on the back of the penny from 1959 until 2008. Around the memorial, you'll find the inscriptions "United States of America, e pluribus unum," and 1 cent, which indicate the coin's denomination and national identity. While these features are what make the 1975 Lincoln penny look like any other penny at first glance, there's more to this coin than meets the eye, especially when we dive into what makes it valuable. One of the main reasons why the 1975 penny can be worth so much more than face value is due to rare errors and variations that occurred during the minting process. Just like with other years in the Lincoln penny series, the 1975 penny had its fair share of minting errors that can dramatically increase its value. One of the most common errors in the 1975 pennies is the double die. A double die occurs when a coin is struck more than once, causing a double imprint of the design. This error can be subtle, but if you look closely at the inscriptions or the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, you might see that the words or features appear doubled. Double dies are highly sought after by collectors because they are unique and difficult to find. Another error to look for is an off-center strike. This happens when a coin is not perfectly aligned during the minting process, which results in a coin with part of the design missing or shifted. If you find a 1975 penny with an off-center strike, it means it's a rare error, and this kind of mistake can make a coin significantly more valuable. A less common but still interesting error is the repunched mint mark. This happens when the mint mark is struck more than once, resulting in a mint mark that's slightly doubled or misaligned. If your 1975 penny has a repunched mint mark, it can be a very valuable coin to a collector who's looking for this specific variation. Now, even if your 1975 Lincoln penny doesn't have any of these errors, the condition of the coin plays a major role in determining its worth. Like any other coin, a penny in pristine condition will be worth more than one that's been circulated heavily. Coins that are in mint state or uncirculated condition are especially valuable to collectors, and their value can skyrocket. When looking at the condition of a coin, collectors often use grading systems like the Sheldon scale, which ranges from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70. The higher the grade, the more money your coin can fetch. So, how do you spot a valuable 1975 Lincoln penny? The first step is to check the mint mark. Remember, the 1975 penny could have been minted in one of three places: Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. The mint mark is located just to the right of Abraham Lincoln's portrait. Coins minted in San Francisco, with the S mint mark, and Denver, with the D mint mark, are generally more desirable to collectors than those minted in Philadelphia, though the condition and any errors also play a large role in the coin's value. Next, closely examine the coin for errors. The most notable errors to look for are the double die, off-center strikes, and repunched mint marks. Use a magnifying glass or a loupe to carefully inspect the coin's design for any signs of doubling or misalignment. If you find any of these errors, you may have just found a very valuable coin. Lastly, make sure to evaluate the overall condition of the coin. A 1975 Lincoln penny in mint state, with sharp, clean details and minimal wear, is worth much more than one that's heavily circulated. Coins that have been kept in pristine condition or properly stored can fetch much higher prices at auctions or when sold to collectors. Now, I know you're probably wondering, just how much could a 1975 Lincoln penny be worth? Well, depending on the rarity of the error, the mint mark, and the overall condition of the coin, the value of this penny can vary dramatically. A 1975 Lincoln penny in excellent condition, or with a rare error, can be worth anywhere from $3,300 to as much as $78,000. Yes, you heard that right, $3,300 to $78,000 for a single penny. It's amazing how a small coin can hold such significant value, but that's the beauty of numismatics. So, the next time you're going through your change jar or digging through your coin collection, make sure to pay extra attention to any 1975 Lincoln pennies. You never know, you might be holding onto a rare treasure worth a fortune. Today, we're diving into a coin that you might have overlooked in your collection, the 1976 Lincoln 1-cent coin with a mint mark. While it might seem like just another penny at first glance, this small coin could be worth far more than its 1-cent value. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes this coin special and why you should keep an eye out for it. Let's start by talking about the key features of the 1976 Lincoln penny. At first glance, it might look pretty standard, but there are some important details that make it stand out. On the obverse, or front side of the coin, we see the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design has been featured on the Lincoln penny since 1909. Above Lincoln's head, the inscription, "In God We Trust," can be found, with "Liberty" to the left and the year 1976 below Lincoln's bust. The mint mark, which tells you where the coin was minted, is located just to the right of Lincoln's image. This is a very important detail when it comes to determining the rarity and value of the coin. Now, what's interesting about the 1976 Lincoln penny is that it was minted during the country's bicentennial year. The U.S. celebrated its 200th anniversary in 1976, and this milestone was marked by various coin releases. While this penny didn't receive any special redesign, the bicentennial celebrations still had an influence on how people viewed coins from that year. So, let's take a closer look at why this seemingly ordinary penny could be hiding some serious value. The reverse side of the coin features the Lincoln Memorial, which was used on the back of the penny from 1959 until 2008. This iconic symbol of American history is more than just a beautiful design, it's also a representation of the country's values of freedom and unity. Beneath the memorial, you'll see the inscription, E Pluribus Unum, along with the phrases, United States of America, and 1 cent. So far, this coin sounds like a typical 1970s penny, but here's where it gets interesting. The value of this penny largely depends on a couple of key factors: its mint mark, any possible minting errors, and its overall condition. Let's start by talking about the errors. One of the most common, and most valuable, errors in the 1976 Lincoln penny is the double die. A double die error occurs when a coin is struck more than once, causing a slight doubling effect on certain parts of the design. This could be seen in the date, the inscription, Liberty, or even in Lincoln's portrait. Double die pennies are highly sought after by collectors because of their rarity and the uniqueness they bring to a collection. If you have a 1976 Lincoln penny with a noticeable double die error, it could be worth a significant amount of money, as these types of errors are not easily found. Another error to look out for is the off-center strike. This happens when a coin is not perfectly aligned with the die during the minting process, causing part of the design to be shifted off-center. This error can be quite dramatic, with the design almost entirely cut off on one side of the coin. Off-center strikes are prized by collectors because of their rarity, and they're an easy way to spot a valuable coin in your collection. Additionally, there could be a repunched mint mark. This happens when the mint mark is struck more than once, resulting in an imprint that looks slightly doubled or misaligned. While not as common as the double die or off-center strike, repunched mint marks are still highly collectible, especially if the error is noticeable and easy to spot. So, what makes the 1976 Lincoln penny so valuable in general? Well, a lot of it comes down to the rarity of these errors, as well as the overall condition of the coin. A 1976 penny with a double die, off-center strike, or repunched mint mark is worth far more than a regular penny from the same year. The condition of the coin is also extremely important. Coins that have been well preserved and show little to no wear and tear are much more valuable than those that have been heavily circulated. A coin in mint condition could fetch a higher price, especially if it's rare or has a unique error. Now, how do you spot a valuable 1976 Lincoln penny? First and foremost, look for the mint mark. The 1976 penny could have been minted in Philadelphia, with no mint mark, Denver, with a D mint mark, or San Francisco, with an S mint mark. The mint mark will tell you where the coin was produced, and knowing this can help you determine its rarity. While Philadelphia coins are common, those minted in Denver and San Francisco tend to be rarer. Next, examine the coin carefully for any signs of minting errors. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to closely inspect the design of the coin. Look for double die errors, where the date or lettering looks doubled. Check for off-center strikes, which will be obvious if part of the design is missing or misaligned. And don't forget to inspect the mint mark for any signs of it being repunched. Finally, evaluate the overall condition of the coin. A 1976 Lincoln penny in mint or near mint condition is going to be far more valuable than a well-worn, heavily circulated coin. The clearer and sharper the details on the coin, the higher its potential value. Now, I know what you've been waiting for, the value of this 1976 Lincoln penny. If you happen to find one with an error, or in pristine condition, you could be holding on to a rare and valuable piece of history. Depending on the rarity of the mint mark and the type of error, a 1976 Lincoln penny can be worth anywhere from $4,300 to $95,000. Yes, you heard that right, $4,300 to $95,000. It's incredible how something as small as a penny can have such a significant value. So, the next time you're searching through your coin collection or flipping through your loose change, keep an eye out for any 1976 Lincoln pennies, especially those with errors or in excellent condition. Today, we're taking a closer look at a specific penny that might just be hiding in your collection, the 1978 Lincoln 1-cent coin with a mint mark. You might think that all pennies are worth only 1 cent, but you'll soon learn that the 1978 Lincoln penny could be worth far more than that. In this video, we're going to break down everything you need to know about this fascinating coin, its key features, what makes it valuable, the errors to look for, and how to spot one that could bring you thousands of dollars. Trust me, you're going to want to stick around until the end. Let's start by talking about the basic features of the 1978 Lincoln penny. Like many U.S. coins, the design on this penny is iconic and well-known. On the obverse, or front side, you'll find the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design has graced the penny since 1909, and it continues to be a symbol of the coin's rich history. Above Lincoln's head, you'll see the inscription, "In God We Trust," with "Liberty" on the left and the year 1978 below his image. But here's the thing, what makes the 1978 penny different from many others is the mint mark. Depending on where the coin was minted, you'll find one of 3 mint marks: Philadelphia, which has no mint mark; Denver, denoted by the D, or San Francisco, marked with the S. The mint mark is important for determining the rarity of the coin. We'll get into why that's so crucial in just a minute, but for now, let's move on to the reverse side of the coin. On the reverse, you'll see the Lincoln Memorial, which has been featured on the back of the penny since 1959. The inscription around the memorial reads, "United States of America" at the top and "E Pluribus Unum" at the bottom. In the center, you'll find the words, 1 cent, as the denomination. The Lincoln Memorial is a powerful symbol of American heritage and history, which makes this coin not just a currency piece, but a small token of the country's values. Now, let's talk about what makes the 1978 Lincoln penny truly valuable. You may be wondering, why is this coin worth more than its 1 cent face value? Well, there are several factors at play, but the most important are the errors that were made during the minting process and the overall condition of the coin. As with many coins, errors can make a huge difference in value. One of the most common errors that collectors look for in the 1978 Lincoln penny is the double die error. A double die occurs when the coin is struck more than once, causing the design to appear slightly doubled. This is most noticeable in the date and the lettering. If you closely examine the year 1978 or the word "Liberty," you may see a faint second imprint of the design. These double die pennies are highly sought after because they are much rarer than regular pennies, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. Another error to watch out for is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, causing part of the design to be missing or misaligned. Off-center strikes are rare, and if you come across a 1978 Lincoln penny with this error, it could fetch a nice price from collectors. A less common but still valuable error is the repunched mint mark. This happens when the mint mark is struck multiple times, causing a doubled or misaligned mint mark. If you find a 1978 penny with a repunched mint mark, it's definitely worth checking the market because collectors love these rare minting mistakes. So, why exactly is the 1978 Lincoln penny worth so much more than its face value? It all comes down to the rarity of these minting errors and the condition of the coin. Coins that have been carefully preserved and have minimal wear are much more valuable than those that have been heavily circulated. The higher the grade of the coin, the more valuable it will be. For instance, a coin that is graded as mint state, MS, or uncirculated will generally be worth much more than a coin that is in poor or heavily worn condition, but the true value of the 1978 Lincoln penny also comes from its historical significance. Coins from the late 20th century, especially those that are tied to unique events or errors, have become highly collectible. In fact, rare and pristine examples of the 1978 penny have been known to fetch thousands of dollars at auctions or coin shows. Now, you may be asking, how do I spot a valuable 1978 Lincoln penny in my collection? First, check the mint mark. If you have a 1978 penny with an S mint mark, it could be worth more than one with a D or no mint mark at all. San Francisco minted coins are generally more rare and valuable, so keep an eye out for these. Next, look for errors. As we've mentioned, the double die error, off-center strikes, and repunched mint marks are the ones you want to watch out for. If you notice any signs of doubling on the date or the lettering, or if part of the design appears shifted, it could be a valuable coin. Be sure to use a magnifying glass or loupe to get a closer look at the details. Finally, assess the overall condition of the coin. Coins that are in mint or near mint condition will be worth significantly more than those with wear and tear. If you happen to have a 1978 penny in uncirculated condition, it could be worth a lot more than you think. Now, for the part you've all been waiting for, the value of the 1978 Lincoln penny. If you happen to find one with an error or in pristine condition, the value can range from $4,100 to $98,000. Yes, you heard that right. $4,100 to $98,000 for a single penny. It's amazing how something so small and seemingly insignificant can hold such incredible value. So, if you have any 1978 Lincoln pennies lying around, now is the time to take a closer look. Before we wrap up, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever found a rare coin like this in your collection? Maybe you have a 1978 Lincoln penny with an error that could be worth big money. Drop a comment below and let me know what you found. I'd love to hear your stories and see your rare coins. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future discoveries. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting.